Alright, welcome to day 30 of the Vera series, and we are in our last weekend until we reach patch 2.2. But starting out, you want to go to your artificial island, and then you want to go back to build, and then you want to hit claim, because remember, you can only hold these resources for 24 hours. On top of that, we are approaching procrastinator day, so you want to make sure you clear your enemies, and of course you want to clear out your exchange door. But starting out, you want to do Mia's Kitchen, and you want to knock out your 4 bounties for the day, and I'm just going to go with Vera, which brings us to Vitality, starting with joint operations. So for today, we got access to pants, gloves, a king, and a crow matrix. We got access to bracers, chest, and a shiro matrix, and we can do the Sadness Valley. So these are actually some pretty good dungeons, but I'm most likely going to focus all my time on trying to get those gloves and that crow matrix, so I might even use a few Vitality solutions here. Then we got Interstellar Exploration, and you want to make sure you check Vera, as well as check Aspera, so that way you get all of your Stargates. Then you want to check and see if you have any level 3 Stargates. Remember, the best way to tell is to look at this weapon battery category. If it has a number 3, that means it's a level 3 Stargate, and if it has a number 2, it's a level 2 Stargate. But if you don't have any level 3s or level 2s, you could always do Dimensional Trials. And if you need money, you could always do Space-Time Domains. But if you're pressed for time, you could always make Omnium Beacons. Which brings us to our optionals, and that's giving gifts to your 1.0 characters, and the best way to do that is to do the Black Market, see this island, and do the Claw Machine, or do your 2 trainings for the day. But what is not optional is to do your 6 Fun Zones, and to try to knock out your 6 Greyspace Fissures. On top of that, it's a good idea to go ahead and knock out the Twilight Zone because it has the best rewards, but you do have an 8-hour time limit, so you could wait. And if you need help on how to do any of those, I got a guide on my channel. And you don't want to forget about appointed research. Remember, you get 5 free energy a day, and you can only hold a grand total of 20. So you want to make sure that this does not cap. But if you enjoy these daily guys, I would greatly appreciate a like so that way they can spread more on YouTube. And then we got our challenges, Fall Guys, and we can now reach the max total points of 10,000. This store has a lot of good items, so you want to make sure you clean it out. And Caps Locks mentioned something to me that I forgot to mention in the 2.2 update preview. So if you look at the Void Abyss description, you'll notice we get a new equipment piece, the Fortress Microreactor, for completing this challenge. So due to that, I still would try to save some type 3 keys because there might be other ways to get this equipment, or we might even be getting some more. Which brings us to the weekly tab. You want to make sure you do enough things down here so that we can get everything up top, and you already know how I feel about type 3 keys. Next we got challenges. So if you're trying to do something like the Bygone Phantasm or Frontier Clash, you might want to save your Mia's Kitchen so that way you can power yourself up. But starting with the Bygone Phantasm. So again, I recommend that you take a look at this weapon bonus. If you have a good weapon bonus, you want to try to do the sneak to next level, and if your CS is high enough, you're going to be able to jump up 11 levels as long as you can beat that floor. But what's really going to determine your rank is Sequential Phantasm. So if you can get a high score here, you have a good chance of getting the best rewards for the week. Frontier Clash. We got our last attempt for the week, so go ahead and knock that out so that way you get those really good rewards. Void Rift. If this is a first time boss for you, go ahead and knock it out. Wormhole. Today is the last day to go ahead and complete this, so make sure you do so that way you get that energy crystal dust. Raids. You want to make sure you do the last 2 on Heroic, and you do Battle Test Area on Heroic so that way you get the best rewards for the week. Break from Destiny. You want to make sure you do this at least 1 time so that way you get those seasonal dark crystals. Apex League. If you're trying to reach Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. Then we got our daily buy, so you want to go to shop, and then buy your 2 Vitality solutions. But for me, I have 101, so I'm going to pass. But if you can afford it, I recommend that you buy your advanced modules and your booster modules for the week. And if you want to well out, you could always do appointed research. Which brings us to the Commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust Store. So you want to make sure you buy your advanced modules, your booster modules, and your very special gift for the week. And then when it comes to your potent Omnium Crystal, I recommend that you pass because we should get enough to reach an 8.3, even 8.4 suppressor through expiration alone. But what you can do with your golden Crystal Dust is buy a good pair of boots. If you have a good pair of boots, then you can buy hand guards, and if you have a good pair of hand guards, then you can buy whatever else you want. Space-Time Store. You want to buy your booster modules, your advanced modules, and your data repeater for the week. And since we're towards the end of the week, you can always buy a weapon in the weapon store, but you might want to wait until maybe a limited banner character gets added into this pool. Crew Store. Now the only thing that you want to spend your points on are relics, and the relics that I recommend are Space-Time Rift, unless you have a level 3, or Omnium Shield. Support Store. You want to buy your 3 joint supply chips for the week, and if you can, try to get the proof of purchase and gold nucleus using return support points, and if you need help on how to do that, I got a guide on my channel. Point Store. Now the only thing you want to spend your points on are spare special gifts, so that way you don't have to do training, Black Market, or see this island again. But if you need to level up your matrices or weapons, you could always buy matrix data packs or weapon battery. But besides that, I just recommend that you explore Vera, since we're going to be going into patch 2.2 next week. And my recommendation is to get each area to about 80% or so that way you get the best rewards from the exploration progress. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If so, feel free to check out my predictions on the upcoming banners. But other than that, talk with you guys later.